Welcome to Critical's Blues Reviews. I'm your host, Kritical, and tonight, whatever time zone you're in, welcome to Critical's Blues Reviews. So, yeah, I wanted to wait on this one. I actually did a non-spoiler review on this film already with Brogy Norik. That was amazing. Make sure you all check that out on his page. If you go to Brogy Norik on YouTube, definitely you'll see us there. And you get to get other people's opinions on this film. I definitely am happy that I was able to give my opinion, but also have other people with their opinions on that broadcast, because I don't know, I felt like I was the minority in this, and which is fine. I don't think I enjoyed this film like everyone else did. So yeah, so it was good to be on that broadcast with other people that really enjoyed this film. Now, without further ado, make sure you like, comment, subscribe. Tell me what you think about this film. Did you enjoy this film? And if you did, good for you. If you didn't, tell me why you didn't enjoy it. And if you did enjoy it, tell me why you did enjoy it. So anyway, let's go ahead and get into it. Tonight, we're going to be reviewing Blue Beetle. Alright, now, the director of this film, you have Angel Manuel Soto. You might have seen their work on The Farm. And also you have Gareth Dunnett Alacourser. You might have seen their work with Miss Vala. And the logline for this film: a young man is down bad because of his family financial trouble, which he later gets violated by an alien scarab controlling his body while being hunted for the scarab inside him. Now, the cast for this film, you have Jaime Reyes. He's played by Xolo Maridueña. You might have seen his work on Cobra Kai. Now that's where I saw him, and I was happy he got this role. Good for him. I did see an interview where he was a little bummed out because of the writer's strike, and he said that he wouldn't be able to get the full advertisement for this film because of the writer's strike and everything that's going on. There won't be that much promotion. So yeah, that's unfortunate, and I did hear that it's not doing that well in the box office. So far right now it's at 110 million, you know, a little bit past 110 million. So hopefully they can get those numbers up. It would be dope for them to, you know, get a second Blue Beetle. I did like Blue Beetle, but let's go ahead and I didn't like it as much as everyone else. But let me continue. You also have Jenny Cord, played by Bruna Marquezine. You might have seen her work in Women in Love. You also have Rudy Reyes, played by George Lopez. You might have seen him in the George Lopez TV show. And also you have Milagro Reyes, played by Belisa Escobedo. You might have seen her work in Hocus Pocus 2. Now, my dislikes about this film. What did I dislike about this film? This will be spoilers. Yes, will be spoilers. I wasn't too interested, or I felt like the relationship between Jenny Cord and Jaime Reyes was too forced. There was no reason for them to just, like, if she found him interesting at first, then okay. You know what I'm saying? Because if a girl likes you, a girl likes you. You know what I'm saying? If a woman likes you, a woman likes you. Now, it's up to the guy to blow it. But, you know, when a woman is not interested in you, he has to warm her up. It's like a slot machine. You got to warm it up a little bit. You know, it's not going to just be instant. You know, if she's not really feeling you, unless you just did. I mean, don't get me wrong. Yes, he was a superhero. But, I mean, if he romanticized her enough where, you know, it's like, okay, like, she's like, wow, you know, she's charmed. He wasn't really a charming character to pull her. You know, to pull Bruna. You know, I say Bruna, that's her real name. To pull Jenny Cord. Nitpicking, but hey, you know, it's real life, man. I mean, I feel like you got young kids growing up, and they got to know it's not instant. You know what I'm saying? Because I felt like it was more for the younger audience. Now, there were adults that did like this, don't get me wrong, but for the young audience that's coming up, if a girl doesn't like you like that, and you ain't saying, you ain't got your mouthpiece together, it's not going to be instant, and they got to know that. So yeah, I'm going to have to, you know, give it a dislike for that. I felt like it was too much family involvement. To a certain degree, at one point it was like, okay, the family is involved because the situation is there. The situation is in their backyard. You know what I mean? So I'm like, it's nothing you can do. I didn't have a problem with that. I didn't think anything of it. I mean, the smoke was brought to the house. You know, so the family is going to have to deal with it the best way they can. It wasn't like the family was kidnapped. Actually, the family did get kidnapped, didn't they? No, they didn't. They didn't get kidnapped. But let's say the family members did. Did they get kidnapped? No, they didn't get kidnapped. They went looking for him. Yeah, I haven't seen the movie in a while. But, alright, cool. Let's put it this way. If the family got kidnapped, that was fine. I don't think the family got kidnapped. Jaime got kidnapped. They put Jaime on the helicopter and flew him out, while the father, he was suffering a heart attack. And so the other family was kind of just standing around and was like, we have to save Jaime. Really? Like, why are you, like, what is your background? You know, and I know they kind of alluded to one of the family members having a pretty militarized background, but I just wasn't feeling that. The grandma with the Gatling gun, with the gauntlet gun. Is it Gatlet or Gauntlet? I don't know. It might be Gauntlet gun. That part was like, alright, come on, man. Granny with the doggone Gauntlet gun. Like, yeah. Now I did like, now I will put this in the likes. I know I don't mix likes with dislikes, but I'm gonna put this with the likes. I did enjoy the grandmother's laugh after she did what she did with the Gauntlet gun. That was cool. It was a maniacal laugh that she had, and it was just like, alright, that was funny. You know what I mean? But I just wasn't trying to see Granny with a Gauntlet gun. You know, man, like that's too big for her. Like a man can't handle a Gauntlet gun like that. You know what I'm saying? They usually put those on the they have a stand for those things, and just to be carrying this shit around like you doggone Arnold Schwarzenegger, and there's a grandma doing it. No, man, no. But it's okay if it's like one of those, you know, like those Disney movies. I'm gonna get to that later, but I'll tell you what I mean. Why does the uncle know so much from just being a regular, I guess, backyard mechanic? You know what I mean? Or I know he's good at fixing things and stuff like that, but like, let's say he worked for NASA and he didn't like where things was going with NASA, and so he quit because of the man. You know what I'm saying? But he was a genius. They tried to get him back on board. He refused. Hey, I'm doing my own thing. Had his own car shop or whatever, and they would do little stuff by sending notes to block him, and like they're always trying to sue him. The government's trying to get in the way of him, and that would be long, and there's too much going on to add that. I get that, but shit, you got the whole fucking family in there. Excuse me, you got the whole family in there. You know what I'm saying? Just doing stuff, and everybody is around. I mean, at least have a backstory if they're gonna be around. You know what I'm saying? Okay, they could have thrown it in there. Oh, you know, another letter from the government, you know, trying to, you know, take the shop away. All those maniacal bastards. They always Ever since I quit them, they always trying to interrupt what I got going on. He throws the mail on the table. At least you have, okay, he's good at what he does. He's so good that they want him back with the government. You know what I'm saying? But he doesn't want to come back. So what they trying to do is sabotage him, and that explains why he's so anti-government. You know what I'm saying? Other than the fact that he's just anti-government to be anti-government, and he just knows what he knows because he knows what he knows, and he's just such a great mechanic out of the blue. I really wasn't feeling that. Like the character, but you know, him just being the, what do they call those people? The Deus Ex Machina. Yeah, Deus Ex Machina. Yeah, I mean, that's what that character was. He was Ex Machina. Deus Ex Machina. And he was a fan of Ted Cord because he makes little gadgets and stuff, and so he was able to fly because he makes gadgets that not supposed to work, and Ted Cord does the same thing. So he just knows how to operate everything that Ted Cord makes. And I was just like, why? It's totally Deus Ex Machina. I didn't get how a family that has no military training never stepped on each other's toes. They just knew what to do and how to do it and save Jaime Reyes. It's his movie now. But he's getting saved by a family that has no instructions on doing anything. You know what I'm saying? Like, how do you do that? Like with no training, like you never prepped, you're surprised by the situation and you're not getting in each other's way. You know everything what you're doing. You're taking out skilled people that have been training all their lives. And this whole family that's sitting around, you know, enjoying, doing whatever they do, whatever families do. Playing spades. Yeah, the family plays spades or dominoes. The family playing damn dominoes. And they come in and they just take out militaries, groups of people that have military training experiences. You know, they got drones that they practice flying, doing stuff, and all of a sudden they just get inside this ship and they just know how to fly it and know how to avoid every damn thing. It was just like, I just couldn't believe it, man. I was just laughing. Like, I was laughing at it, and I was just like, I know it, you know, like, it was some parts that were funny in the film, but I was just laughing because I was like, this stuff makes no sense to me. Why is this happening? It makes no sense. You know, so that's one of those movies, definitely. If you're going to enjoy this movie, you got to shut your brain off. You can't ask any questions. You just got to let it be. But wait a minute, why is, no. You're already setting yourself up to dislike the film, and that's what happened to me. That's why I'm the minority on, I don't dislike the film, but I'm the minority. I just thought it was okay. I take it back. I thought it was okay. But I'm the minority on what people felt about this film. You know, but you do have to shut your brain off when you watch this film. And it was one part, man, it was like a slow motion scream. It was Jaime. I'm like, why did they put that in there? It was just, I was just getting agitated to certain degrees. I was like, why did they put the slow-mo scream in there? I forgot what happened. Why Jaime was screaming? Was it because of his sister? No. Because of they were shooting at his uncle, and he thought that his uncle got killed. He was like, come on, it's not an 80s movie, man. Like, slow motion screams, no. Like, so all right, slow motion scream. What? I'm supposed to think that Rudy got killed? I knew Rudy didn't get killed. You know what I'm saying? Like, come on. Like, no. Like, if you're gonna do that, if you like have Rudy with one leg, and now Rudy is on crutches for the rest of his life. Now I'm into the movie, and I'm like, oh shit, they took Rudy's leg. You know what I'm saying? But no, man, that nah. The other thing too, you had two villains. One of the villains was Victoria. She was like the evil Hillary Clinton. You know, she was. She either was the evil Hillary Clinton or she was Hillary Clinton behind closed doors. It's one of the two. It was the real Hillary Clinton behind closed doors. One of the two. Either way, it was the real it was the evil Hillary Clinton, right? You had her. She was one of the villains. She was like the one. Victoria Cord. I believe she was Ted Cord's sister or something like that. And she was behind the scenes running the whole operation of Ted Cord Industries, or Cord Industries, I should say. Running Cord Industries. They had a niece. Her niece was Jenny Cord. And that was Ted Cord's daughter. And Ted Cord, for those who don't know, Ted Cord is the second Blue Beetle, if I'm not mistaken. So, most people are not familiar with Blue Beetle. I kind of am. I thought Blue Beetle was interesting, reading the comic books. Definitely remember him standing out, and I won't say standing out, but I definitely remember him in the Doomsday versus Superman comic book. And I remember they had the Beetle mobile going after Doomsday, and he totally wrecked that joint. Yeah, but anyway, you had Victoria Cord. Also, you had Carapax. And Carapax was like Obadiah Stane, if y'all remember Iron Man 1, right? To kind of give you an idea. He was a little different. Obadiah Stane was more so in charge of everything. So Obadiah Stane was more so like the Victoria Cord role. He was trying to get Tony Stark Industries. He's under Tony Stark, but if you got rid of Tony Stark, he now runs the industry. That's where Victoria comes in. She was like the Obadiah Stane. As soon as Ted Cord was out, she took over the industry. I'm thinking, if correct, I only saw it once. I could be wrong. You know what I'm saying? But that's what I got from it. I'm known for saying wrong things. So hey, so you have that. But then you had it's almost like they split Obadiah Stane into two. Then you had Carapax. He was kind of like someone who was taken advantage of, manipulated as a child to be under Victoria. You know what I mean? She manipulates him, does little things. He has his own family, and you know what I'm saying? And has a daughter, or had a daughter. I can't remember. I think, did his family die? I can't remember. I don't think his family died. I hope they didn't. But anyway, I can't remember. I only saw it once, and I'm going off of memory. But he was like the man in the machine. He was like half man, half machine type thing, like Obadiah Stane was, right? This is the crazy thing. That's not the dislike. None of that part is the dislike, right? The dislike is Carapax if the actor is 68. Victoria, her character, is 76. But Victoria, looking like how she is now, as a 78-year-old woman, 76-year-old woman, they didn't make her look younger at all. Because, mind you, Victoria is older than Carapax 9 years. You know what I'm saying? Or 8 years. 8 years. She's older than Carapax by 8 years. And they have her as a grown woman getting Carapax from this village as a kid. I think it was, I can't remember where they got him from. I can't remember. I think it was a village. Like I said, everything is kind of cloudy now. Plus, I was sick, so everything is really cloudy. And the funny thing is, I got sick at the movie theater. Shout out to Vic. I got sick at the movie theater. But anyway, Carapax is 8 years, younger than Victoria. And yet they had a grown behind Victoria go up and, I guess, kidnap Carapax, or grab up Carapax, or whatever the case may be. And it was like, she should have been like, if he's 8, she should have been 16. She should have been like manipulated him or something. You want some candy? You know what I'm saying? And then, throw him in a duffel bag or something like that. Just 8 years apart, but they totally made this woman seem ancient and made him seem younger than what he was. Very strange, very strange. And there's nothing new under the sun with this film. I didn't really get anything that was like wowing. I didn't really get any, other than him flying outer space, which Superman has done, but it's rare. You rarely get superheroes that Fly from Earth. I mean, Green Lantern's probably done it. Superman. I can't think any other. From DC. I can't think any other superheroes. Iron Man has done it. If you want to think Marvel. Endgame, when they left Earth to go look for Thanos. Maybe Carol Danvers. I can't remember if she left space where they showed like the right there outside of the ozone layer. You know what I'm saying? But it wasn't really nothing new under the sun with this film, so it wasn't nothing wowing that got my attention. Other than the family being super involved, you know, that was about it. Now that is it for the dislikes. That's a lot of dislikes. So let's go ahead and get some likes in there. I like the characters. There were some likable characters in this film. Cholo Mardid-Winia. I definitely like the character he played as Jaime Reyes. I felt like he was the right character for that role, or the right actor for that role. And he really played that character pretty cool. Unfortunately, we didn't learn too much about Jaime. I don't know, because maybe they felt that the comic book character is boring. Not boring, but there's not a lot to really know about the comic book character, because the focus was on everybody else, you know, except him. So, I mean, he was the focus, of course, but it was too much family, so it took away a lot from the character. That's what I felt. I felt like we should have got more Jaime. You know what I mean? That sounds like a dislike. I'm sorry. So, in saying that, Jaime's character was cool. I really did enjoy Jaime's character. I also enjoyed Rudy's character, played by George Lopez. That was a cool character. He kept me. When things got slow, he was making you laugh. Belisa Escobedo, who played Milagro Reyes, I really liked her as the sister. I liked the back and forth that they had. I know she was getting on his nerves. I had a younger sister. I've had younger cousins. I've had a younger sister. And sometimes, you know, the women at my job, I treat them like my sister. You know what I'm saying? We have a lot of back and forth type stuff. I don't, you know, usually agitate each other and stuff like that. So, you know, I understand that dynamic. I like that. I don't have a problem with that dynamic. Some people felt that she was a little irritating. You know, that's fair. But I didn't have a problem with it, because I've lived that life. You know what I mean? The back and forth with your sister or younger cousin, you know, or niece. I got a niece that looks just like me, and like a few years younger than me. So, you know, she's like a little sister. You know, a younger sister, I should say. Cheers. But anyway, very short. Shout out D-Ray. I enjoyed the visuals. Good visuals. I liked the suit. I thought the suit was cool. I did like the visuals. I didn't have, I mean, certain parts toward the end, I noticed that the special effects was a little wonky. But I didn't only notice it at the end or toward the end. But I thought it looked cool. I thought it looked good. I thought the Easter eggs were cool. A lot of the Ted Cord Easter eggs. Even the Gotham Law School. Because I think didn't Jaime go to law school for a little minute? I think he was trying to be a lawyer. But he went to the Gotham Law School, if I'm not mistaken. I know he definitely had on the shirt. So I think he went to the law school. The Gotham Law School. I feel like this would be a good back to the Disney movie thing. I feel like this would be a good Disney movie, like be like Mike type Disney movie. You know what I mean? Like if this came out when I was a kid, you know what I'm saying? I would have loved this film. Man, I would have been like, oh, this is amazing. You know what I'm saying? So I feel that for the kids, this would be amazing for the kids. The villains, they were cool. Evil Hillary, what's his name, Carapax. They were cool villains. I didn't like the Injustice moves that Blue Beetle was doing on there. And I always said this, if there's a video game character, like if they did a movie and there's also a video game character, they should take some of the moves from the video game. just to make it look cooler. You know what I'm saying? And of course, it might be, you know, you've seen it many times if you're a gamer, but I feel like it'll still be cool, and it kind of adds to their repertoire, to their moveset. You know, this is what they do. You know, it's on the video game. Hey, put it in the movie. Make it look cooler. Add to it. Make it look different. Make it stand out. We'll keep it the same. You know what I mean? And they did that. I did like that where he had the Beetle arms. He grabbed the dude, and the Beetle arms were going crazy. I think that's a throw move on DC Injustice, if I'm not mistaken. And it had good comedy. The comedy was funny. It will keep you laughing, this film. And it's a good comedy. And then you also have 2 in-credit scenes at the end of this film. So look forward to that. And the comparisons for this film, I compare this film to the Tobey Maguire Spider-Man and also Iron Man and Spy Kids. Yeah, definitely. So anyway, my rating for this film. What do I rate this film? I know it sounds like I was coming down on this film pretty hard. And I hate to sound like that, but it was rough for me. So I have to give this film 7 grannies holding gauntlet guns. Give it 7 of those. Almost gave it a 6.5. 6.5. It was quite close, but you know what? I was like, the comedy, you know, kept it going. Unfortunately, there was a scene with the father, Jaime, and his father. I had to go to the restroom. I left on that scene. I was like, oh, it's a slow moment. Gotta go. And it was a scene on that. I don't know what really happened. I saw when the scene was beginning, and then when I came back from the restroom, that scene was ending. So that would have maybe added a 7.5 or 8 to it. You know, one of my homeboys, Clean, there's 3 of us that went to the movie theater. One of my homeboys, Clean, said it was an 8 to him. Then there was a certain part in the film, and he gave it a 10 out of a 10. So hey, you know, that's their, you know, that's everybody's opinion. Everybody had very high hopes for this film. I'm not mad at that. I just wish I would have felt the same way like everyone else, but I did. But hey, it is what it is. Tell me what you think. Tell me if I'm tripping. You know, those things that I called out that I disliked, it wasn't like that at all. Let me know. Like, comment, subscribe. Tell me what you think. Tell me, am I tripping? You know, really, I really do want to know if I'm tripping, because I wish I would have enjoyed it like everyone else did, and you know, so it's in the range of the 6.5, 7 range. I'm oscillating with those 2. So that is it for Critical's Blue Reviews. Make sure you hit me on Instagram at Kritical Blue Reviews. Hit me on Twitter at Kritical Blue Reviews. Hit me on Facebook at Kritical Blue. Alright? That is it. And y'all have a great day, evening, night.